One Piece. Story was made by Eiichiro Oda. Chapter 38. Pirate Fleet. Kuro laid flat on his chest as Luffy stood tall with a triumphant glint in his eyes after breaking one of Kuro's cat claws. "Now you only have 5 of those weird claws left," Luffy taunted, dropping a colossal boulder to emphasize his point. The pirates who had been observing the fierce battle from a distance couldn't help but murmur among themselves. "That kid. Captain Kuro's cat claws were—" With blood dripping down his face, Kuro suddenly spoke silently. The pirates below encouraged him, pointing at their fallen captain. "Captain Kuro, you still have 1 hand of cat's claws left. Kill the kid." But one of the pirates, perhaps a little more considerate, chimed in. "Hey, don't call him Captain Kuro." Another added, "His name in the village is Klahadudu, something." "Okay then," a third pirate suggested. "We should call him Klaha." "Klaha! Kill him!" they chorused. Kuro struggled to his feet, challenged. "Shut up. After this is done, all of you must die. And Django is no exception." Luffy couldn't help but question him. "What?" they bellowed. "Why do we have to die too?" Deep in the dense forest, the atmosphere was laden with tension between Django and his young captive, Kaya. The hypnotist, his heart-shaped glasses gleaming with an unsettling intensity, urged the girl to submit to his will. "Open your eyes, little girl," he demanded. With her eyes firmly shut, Kaya remained defiant. "No, I won't let you hypnotize me. I won't write the will." She looked away. Unbeknownst to Django, the 3 Usopp pirates lay still as if slumbering on the forest floor. Frustration welled up in Django, and he pressed his hands against her face, ready to resort to force. "If that's the case, I'll have to open them by force." Kaya's piercing scream filled the air as he attempted to pry her eyes open. However, before he could succeed, the Usopp pirates sprang into action, seizing their opportunity. "Here's our chance!" one of the boys exclaimed. "Blind Pepper!" Tamanegi added as he hurled pepper into Django's eyes. Sneezing violently from the black powder, Django fell to the ground, trying to rub the irritant away. But the young pirates were relentless in their attack. Paiman, 1 step ahead, wielded his baseball bat with a resounding smack against the hypnotist's groin. "And another!" P-Man shouted triumphantly. "Oh, Mother!" Django cried out in agony, struggling to recover from the painful blow. "Boys," she said with joy. "We were only pretending to be hypnotized," they shared, "as if we would fall for the same trick twice. Prepare for the next battle plan." Django, still writhing in pain, attempted to close the distance between them. "Damn kids, where did they hide? The girl's gone too. I should kill those kids first. Damn it!" As the frustrated hypnotist roamed the forest in search of his elusive prey, he suddenly found himself ambushed by Tamanegi, perched atop a tree, clutching his mighty shovel. However, Django reacted swiftly, seizing Tamanegi by the throat and admonishing him, "Don't get too cocky." "Tamanegi!" the boys shouted in alarm. Meanwhile, Usopp and Zoro, who had been racing through the forest, came to a halt, straining to hear the commotion. "Hey, did you hear that?" Zoro questioned. "I heard it. It was their voices," Usopp replied. "That way, quickly." "Okay," Zoro reaffirmed, and they hastened towards the source of the tumult. Django directed his wrath towards the young pirates. "You've played your little pirate game too far. Since you're stupid enough to interfere in a real pirate's business, you can all go to hell and—" With a forceful throw, he launched Tamanegi into a tree, continuing with a resounding shout, "Repent! Die, you bastard!" the boys roared. Back at the coastline, the Black Cat pirates found themselves in a tense situation. "Please stop joking, Captain Kuro!" one of the pirates implored with desperation. "It's still not too late to attack the village. As long as Django can make that girl write the will, the plan can still succeed." Captain Kuro, however, remained unfazed. He calmly explained, "You don't have to worry about the plan. As long as your corpses are here, I can place all the blame on you. I never intended to let any of you leave the village alive. It would be to my disadvantage to let anyone who knows about my plans live." "You mean you planned, from the very beginning, to kill all of us?" the pirates shouted. "Yes," Kuro replied coldly. "Ever since 3 years ago, when I was still Captain Kuro, all this was part of my plan." "You guys are dumb," Luffy commented bluntly. "What a bunch of loser pirates." Kuro couldn't help but let out a brief chuckle, questioning the accuracy of Luffy's statement. "Losers. A pirate crew is just a random gathering of outcasted outlaws," he explained. "What could these fools do without my plan? You should continue to quietly follow my plans. In a pirate fleet, the crew members are just pawns for the captain to use as he wishes. That means your life and death are all in my hands. Even if there's a wall right ahead, you'd still have to follow my orders and charge at it, and sacrifice yourselves for my plan. That's the way of a pirate. A wandering little brat like you would never understand," Kuro shouted. Luffy, undeterred, responded with confidence. "Even though you're the captain of a ship who controls hundreds of men, you still can't defeat Usopp." "What?" Kuro replied. "You say that I am inferior to that captain in a kid's pirate game?" "That's right." His foe laughed at the comment. "You're so stupid. Don't get cocky just because you've broken my cat's claws. In what way am I inferior to him?" With surprising speed, Kuro vanished without a trace. "The way you think?" Luffy smiled. Appearing behind him, Kuro was taken by surprise as Luffy landed a powerful backhand strike across his head. "You don't know what a true pirate is supposed to be," Luffy stated, sending the butler crashing against the wall of the slope. "That kid, he saw through the captain's silent step." The pirates watched in astonishment. After Luffy's hit and remarks, Kuro picked himself up, perching his glasses with his cat claws. "You've insulted me," Kuro sneered. "You want to know what a true pirate is supposed to be? Then let me show you, together with the terror of a real pirate." With a menacing sway, Kuro slowly approached Luffy, continuing, "The terror of a pirate, who's been at the brink of death and survived." "What that stance is!" The crew was in shock. "Don't tell me it's that special technique against only one person." I'm pretty sure that's it." Luffy was puzzled by the pirate's response. "That's the Shakushi. He's gonna use the Shakushi," they warned. "We're not safe here either, right? We can be killed. His true intention is to kill us. That's what he said earlier." The pirates pleaded desperately. Captain Kuro, if I go back to sea, I won't tell anyone you're still alive, so please let me live." "Hey, you're so selfish, trying to save only yourself. I won't tell anyone either. Captain Kuro, just spare me." "Me too. Me too. Me too. Just please don't use that technique. We'll do anything." Still questionable and puzzled, Luffy said normally, "What are they talking about? He's just swaying there." "Shakushi," Kuro declared as he suddenly disappeared. On board the Black Cat pirate's ship, Nami held a bag of the crew's treasure. "How disappointing. I thought there would be a lot of treasure," she pondered. "Is the battle over already?" The thief then looked down at the scene, perplexed. "Why is everyone standing still? Is it over?" Suddenly, claw marks seemed to come out of nowhere, cutting down the crewmates at the bottom of the slope. "Huh?" Luffy watched. "What's happening?" One by one, the Black Cat pirates were torn to shreds by Kuro's cat claws. But Kuro himself was still nowhere to be seen, as they were killed one after the other. "Now the rocks," Luffy observed. Holding his blood-stained chest, one of the crewmates begged, "Captain Kuro, please stop it!" "It's no use," another shouted. "When he's using his silent step attack, he can't discern one person from another. He's so fast that even he doesn't know what he's attacking. He won't stop that till he's tired." Nami gasped in horror, thinking to herself, "What? What's going on? Those people are getting massacred out of nowhere." The attack continued, slashing at the crewmates with lightning-fast speeds. "At this rate, I don't know how many of us will die. Hey, help us! Try to avoid it or hide if you can." Ignoring Kuro's slight cut on his body, Luffy demanded angrily, "Come out, you evil butler! What the hell do you think your crew members are?" "Luffy," she pondered in horror.